Adrenal gland is a survival gland, and it helps in mechanism of survival to cope with stress in the body. It helps in survival mechanism of the body. Adrenal gland is a gland that copes with stress, and it is also known as survival gland. So it is trying to cope with your stress, and it helps when there is stress. The survival mechanism is accelerated with the adrenal gland, and you are trying to do a lot of things at the same time, and you are trying to cope with stress, but at the same time you won't be able to cope with it. This gland helps you in survival mechanism, so you are constantly trying to survive 24/7 when you are under stress, a lot of stress that continues in your life, and that is basically so bad for you because you will feel unable to feel content even if you are trying to solve problems 24 hours to 7. You are in adrenal fatigue. No matter how much you try, you won't feel satisfied or content with whatever you are doing. You're trying to solve so many problems, and when there is, even if you have a perfect day, you solve a lot of problems, and if one problem is not solved, you are going to resolve it or trying to solve it in your mind, and you think and overthink about it all the time and try to figure out how to solve it, and you won't be able to sleep. You will not get a good night's sleep. You will be under constant stress, and you will not be content with yourself as a person, and you will be only driving your energy in a negative way. You will not feel good. I've been there, that's why I'm sharing you this. Like a loser. You will not feel that you've done a good job, and you will be under constant pressure with your own mind trying to solve the problem, and you will feel so unsatisfied most of the time. It's so hard, like a loser. When you are having one little problem that is being unresolved, and you are going to focus only on the bad state as if it is engraved in your mind, and you will constantly think and overthink, and in bedtime when you are thinking so much, overthinking so much, then you will not be able to sleep. You will not be able to relax and get a good night's sleep. If you sleep, you will wake up, your mind is constantly solving problems, so even if you sleep, you will not go into the fourth stage of sleep. You'll be thinking and thinking, and you will have a bad night's sleep. Stress will deplete your body out of vitamins B, so you will be not, because that is also needed to sleep and to get a good night's sleep, and you'll be constantly thinking, and you will not be able to sleep. I'm going very slow because I want to make you understand about adrenal gland. Even it took me a while to understand this thing that I was having. It's way beyond diet, it's for listening to. When people or friends or family member is talking to you, you will not be able to focus on things what they are telling you, because your mind keep wandering off, solving problems or thinking other things. You will have a very foggy brain, and it is very hard for you to focus on anything. And there will be problem in male female reproductive organ. The libido goes down because of adrenal problem, and people, both male and female, suffer a lot because of this. There will be a lot of drop on desires and stuff like that because of adrenal fatigue. There is so much cholesterol produced in the body. Blood pressure also goes up really high, and you won't be able to have good night's sleep because of this also. Your allergy and asthma also increases because of adrenal gland problems, because of adrenal gland not doing its job, and you will be more susceptible to cold, flu, sinus problems because of adrenal problem, and you will be sick more often. You have asthma, stuff like nose, eye, watery eyes and stuff like that. And for bronchitis, you are having bronchitis, asthma. So due to stress, there is hormonal imbalance, and some people get acne, which is also because of high estrogen in the body, and it's also because stress is already connected to adrenal. So that's what happens. Another thing is you get more prone to diabetic. Another thing that you have to be really careful is because of stress. Though people don't know, actually stress is one of the cousins of diabetic. You are going to get diabetic if you are prone to a lot of stress. It's all related. Your sugar level goes high, insulin level also goes high. Because of that, you will be prone to diabetic. And because of not having all the kind of allergy, cough, cold and runny nose, you are also prone to get sleep apnea, and you tend to snore. People don't know about this, but I'm telling you, snoring is also related to adrenal problem. So insulin level go high, I told you. I'm going to discuss that further, but let me tell you one thing. When you are under a lot of constant stress, you are going to lose potassium, calcium and lots of salt in the urine, and due to that you will get leg cramps. So leg cramp is also a symptom because of adrenal fatigue. Alright, you get brain fog, you won't be able to focus on anything properly, you are very dull, you forget things fast, and that is also because of the same stress related problem, adrenal. People say when you're under stress you lose hair, but the connection is again adrenal, and you'll have alopecia, and people are given cortisone or protisone to take care of this problem. This is because adrenal controls the white blood cells. You will get hot flushes in menopause, but that is also related to adrenal gland because it is a backup gland to the ovaries. Okay, some people will face facial hair, that is due to estrogen, high estrogen in the body. You will have sinus due to a lot of allergy. You will get a lot of sinus issues, and that's also aggravates snoring or sleep apnea and stuff like that. And one thing I want to tell you is, if you have adrenal fatigue or you are having a lot of stress, you will make a lot of trip to the bathroom, especially at night, because of, when you are under so much stress and you are having adrenal problem, there is fluid retention in your body. You look like it's all related. It's like one thing is causes of another, like adrenal gland, then fluid retention, then blood pressure, diabetes, all are related. A lot of stress, it happens to all the time. You crave for salty food, and which food has a lot of salt? Junk food, burgers, fries, chips, pizza. You want to binge eating when you're under stress. This is because of adrenal gland. And then when you're eating so much, one more thing adrenal gland does is it turns all the food you eat and even your muscle, everything, into sugar. So when adrenal gland turns all your food and muscle into sugar, so your insulin level goes high and you become insulin resistant. Alright, so to make the long story short, diabetes is so related, or it comes from people who are undergoing some stressful event at that time. So diabetes is related to stress and stressful events. Craving for, it's all about adrenal gland. So adrenal gland turns all the food and muscle into sugar, so you become insulin resistant. So, and then you are prone to diabetic as well. All people who are having insulin resistant could come from recent stress related events, not just because of their diet. You can't blame them just for their diet, because people who are under stress, they are going to get that insulin resistant. You are doing your keto diet and you're not losing weight, it's also related to stress. Again, adrenal stress releases cortisol, adrenal problem again, and that's why you are not losing weight even if you are doing keto. One, I suffer a lot, especially you have loose muscles in your arms. It is also connected to adrenal gland. Stress event, people who have a lot of stress really have loose muscles in their arms because your collagen gets so loose. You get memory loss, like you can't remember the name of a particular person, you just got blank. You see the person but you forget what the person's name is. That is also adrenal. Adrenal is such a villain. It makes you fog your brain and your memory, and because of that you will sometimes cannot recall the names or numbers, etc. Gland, your middle portion become larger and your legs are becoming smaller because you will lose the muscles there. I'll talk about that later. So when you are going to go for a walk on an incline, or if you go up the stairs, you get so breathless. Yeah, it is a problem of blood pressure, but this is also villain. Adrenal is causing it. Going uphill, you will not be able to walk very fast. You will have pains in your legs, and if you go in a high altitude, you will feel like you are in loss of breath, because same problem, adrenal. And then you will not be able to do any kind of stressful climbing or hiking. It's again adrenal. Obviously, if you go on a high altitude, you will be running out of oxygen in your body, again because of adrenal. I already told you your tummy will be so enlarged when you have adrenal problem, and it's very hard to lose belly fat, and you will also be bloated a lot when you have adrenal issues. So dreaming of flat stomach and watching all the fitness models having, or your fitness instructors flat, and craving for that will be a distant dream for you. In spite of dieting and exercising like crazy, you are not getting your flatter tummy. It's again because of adrenal. Okay, you will have digestion problem because your body is in fight and fright mechanism. So your body is trying to store as much fat as possible for survival. So it accumulates on your middle portion where all your vital organs are, and you will have digestive problem, and your stomach is swollen, especially after eating. In the morning it will be quite flat, but after you had your food, it will be swollen or bloated all day long. So you will also suffer from heartburn and acid reflux because of adrenal glands. I knew it. I lost my belly fat because of that. And your tolerance level will be so low, you get irritated very fast, you become short tempered, and everything irritates you, especially slow people and incompetent people makes you really angry, and your tolerance for anything goes so down, and that is big issue because you are constantly under stress. It's very hard for you to calm down, when you are stressed out or angry. It's very hard for you to calm down, and your tolerance level goes so low. One more symptom you will have is you will feel so tired after you eat. Strange, isn't it? You feel like you want to go for a nap or lie down after your food. So when you are in constant stress, adrenal gland is working overtime in the survival mode. It gives you a survival mechanism. So when you are having adrenal gland problem, you are in constant stress, and that is adrenal gland will be working 24 hours to 7. Gets your body into survival mechanism. So in the fight and flight mechanism, all the fat gets accumulated around your vital organ, especially around the base, stomach, liver, heart, all these organs are here. So it is going to accumulate so much fat. Even on the top of kidney, you're going to have fatty liver, everything fat. But there is another funny thing happened to me also. Your legs are going to look thinner, you're going to look like a penguin. I'll show you some adrenal body here. Watch this photo. So eventually adrenal is so bad, it's going to get or grab even your butt muscle and turn them into belly fat, because your body is in survival mode. So it is going to gather all the fat it can from all over the place, and it is going to turn muscle into fat, especially from the butt. There are other areas going to attack too. Going to have a smaller legs, because the quadricep muscles are also going to be attacked by the adrenal gland, and the muscle from there is going to turn into fat, again accumulating on your belly like that. Belly becomes big like pregnant or something. The cortisol rob the quadricep muscles and turn them into belly fat. So you'll going to have a thinner leg compared to big midsection like that. In also to high stress, in students with high stress, because of the curriculum activities and high stress level in the school and colleges, where the student has to constantly sit in front of the computer and do their work, they are also going to get another problem because of cortisol and adrenal gland issues. That is stretch marks, bruises. Oh God, it's getting horrible. And the muscles are going to be wasted making all the fat in the body. So you're going to have a loose skin all over the body, you look fat and shaggy. Lose arm muscles. And then one more thing is going to get acne, especially in teenagers if you are under a lot of stress. It's again adrenal. And then I already told you, bruises and red cheeks, again adrenal gland. This one I really like to tell, buffalo hump. Have you seen people who are not that confident? They walk like this. Even I sometimes do that when I am under stress. And this buffalo hump like that, buffalo hump you will get when you are under a lot of, your body is running in cortisone or under a lot of stress, and adrenaline is running your body. It will also cause inflammation in the joint, so you are going to get arthritis, you got a pain in the knees, and you will have joint problems. Obviously you are going to have memory problems, your brain is clogged, and then your cholesterol is shoot up because adrenaline produces a lot of cholesterol, and in turn your blood pressure is so high. And then blood pressure is another story happening right down in the corner because of adrenal. So adrenal gland works in two ways. It has the inside system and the outside system. But in the inside system of adrenal gland, it cannot switch off by itself or by our body or by us. Once you get this problem, it's not going to shut down. So your mind is running 24/7 solving problems, and stress level is so high, so you're going to be a big bucket or a big large garbage can where the piling is of stress, heaps and heaps of stress get piled up on that. Another kind of stress is by surgery or any kind of surgery. Anesthesia, that also gives adrenal problem. It's anesthesia work opposite to the adrenal gland, and it stresses the body. So after you do surgery, people usually gain weight. You must have seen. Low vitamin D level, excessive brain stimulation, increase in insulin, diabetes, potassium, sodium and all the electrolyte from the body, inflammation, skin tags, acne all over your body, immunity problem, lot of immune disease, fat accumulation in the center part of your body. Apart from that, I told you bruises and stretch marks, so many things, especially bloating, swollen body, swollen things, stuff like that, etc., etc. All the bad guys. I think bad guys or villain adrenaline giving breed to all these problems. So I told you all the problems. So how can you fix adrenal gland issue? The only way to fix adrenal gland issue is fix your stress. Like you have to slow down. If you are doing everything fast, multitasking, slow down, breathe. Every 30, like when you are stressed out, take a 30-second breathe. 30 seconds to breathe. Just breathe. Focus on your breath. It doesn't matter if you can focus or not. Just breathe for 30 seconds. Like that. Lie down in your room or anywhere. Close your eyes and breathe. Relax. Calm down. Try to calm down. Okay. And then do this before sleep. Take a hot shower before sleep. Meditate before sleep. Take a cup of relaxing hot tea before sleep, so that you can go into the 4 stages of REM, that deep sleep. Okay, when you are having adrenal issue, you won't be able to get to the 4th stage. You need to get there to get a good night's sleep. Sleep is the best answer for your adrenal issue. You can also take to 10 to 15 minutes nap during the day. It's so good for you, but more than that is not good. Don't take too much nap. In some people, if you take nap in the day, you will not have a good night's sleep. Especially me, I don't take nap at all, because when you take nap, though you get another day, you feel refreshed, but sometimes 1 hour or 1 minute of nap is like 4 hours of sleep, they say. So it's better not to take too much nap. So try to get your sleep during the night and try to relax before the bedtime. Take something that has lot of potassium. I'll tell you that also. Okay. Number 2 fix. Number 2 fix is exercise. There is no blessing in the world than exercise. But that doesn't mean you do high intensity HIIT training or do a lot of gym or do all that jumping jacks and sprinting and stuff like that. All you have to do is go for a silent walk outside, but walk slowly, or if you are running, run slowly. This is going to lower your stress. Enjoy the nature, calm your spirit, calm down, and take yourself outside the house, because most of the people are staring in the computer, are staying static in place. That also increases stress. You know that watching a movie is not also relaxing actually, because you are just watching a picture with moving things and you are still in same place. To relax, you need to change your place and go on an open air with fresh air and open space. That will be relaxing for our body, because our body is not meant to be kept in a confined place and rooms. We are supposed to go out, walk, and enjoy the weather, the fresh air, and go for a walk. You need to at least do 1 hour walk or 45 minutes of walk every day if you are having adrenal issue. Even after dinner, you should walk. You know, this will relax. And that's how you'll get flatter belly, baby. You can do yoga, but there are so many different kind of yoga, hot yoga, this yoga, that yoga. That is also stressful. You have to do easy kind of yoga that is relaxing, and like Tai Chi, like that. That's much better. People say that the 5% you meet every day is going to influence your personality. So if you are meeting angry people or toxic people, it's going to give you a lot of stress. So you have to, like, delete, or it's very hard to tell you this, but you really have to delete or eradicate some family member from your life until you will be able to focus on your health and regain your calmness and fix your adrenal gland. Because if you keep facing this problem and keep you are in a relationship, you are arguing that with that person, and you have friends that are very nagging or a spouse that are irritating, try to stay away from them. Do whatever possible to save yourself and save your sanity and save your adrenal gland, because there is no fix for this. Only you can fix it. Only you will be able to know who is giving you so much stress. It could be even children. You have to be unbothered. You have to get that mentality of being unbothered by everything around you, because that's the only way to save your adrenal gland or fix your adrenal gland. You have to be so unbothered by things and people around you, and people who stresses you or every day. You have to, like, shut down from those things, like Chandler does. So some people think watching TV before bedtime or watching a movie before bedtime is relaxing. Yeah, to some point it's relaxing, but I would recommend you to enjoy nature. Go out, go for a walk, go for a hiking, go out, go and meet some friends who are funny, make you laugh, who relax you. Go for a spa, massage, get a hot bath, take a hot shower, and take a good cup of tea while you are watching me. Also do that. And last but not least, if you can, go on a vacation, because change of scene is so good for you. If you are in a vacation, like especially in highlands, if you eat fresh food, and even if you eat a lot of food, you won't gain weight, because your adrenal gland is working efficiently, and you will not gain much weight when you are in a change of place and scene from your small apartment or congested life or congested people, toxic people. If you change the scene, is so beneficial for you to fix your adrenal gland. Everybody say that to get a flatter belly, you have to cut sugar out of your diet. Even that movie Hustler, Jennifer Aniston, not Jennifer Lopez, she said the same thing. She cut off sugar from her diet. So to fix adrenal gland, you have to cut sugar out of your diet. And there are a lot of fruits that also contain sugar, like apple have so much sugar in it, mango has. You have to cut them out from your diet. It's very difficult. You have to cut grains out of your diet. You have to cut alcohol out of your diet. So much sugar in it. What else? Some vegetables also have a lot of sugar, like carrots, pumpkins, and some sweetened yogurt. Even milk have sugar in it. Dairy has sugar in it. You have to cut them out. You have to stick to lean meat, chicken, and best green vegetables. What are the salt that will fix your adrenal problem? Potassium. Potassium is the key to fix your adrenal gland. But how many? How many fruit you have to eat? What food has potassium in it? Avocado and banana. And you know how many banana you have to eat a day to get the required amount of potassium? About 12. Or many avocados. That is literally not possible. So what I recommend you is have 6, 7, 8 different kind of vegetables, and like 8 cup of salads, 8 cup of green vegetable salad. That will get you the required amount of potassium for your body. But for my own tried and tested way, try to have chia seed and flaxseed quinoa, and what else, all kinds of seeds have potassium in it, magnesium in it. Try to have them. Believe me, it helps a lot to get you the required potassium you have flushed out from your body because of stress and adrenal problems. So this has been a long video, and as you can see from my daily videos, and today is my 27th video, but it took me about many days to make this video because I had to research a lot. So it's a long video, and if you see, compare me with my 26th day video, this is, I think, must be about 30th day of my intermittent fasting, but I will write 27 because I just want to keep the number in order. But this is my 27th day of intermittent fasting, and I would like to end my video with this because today I told somebody else the same problem. People who are fat, they will lose weight, but they will not be able to maintain it. You know why? Because in lot of TVs there are people, they show losing a lot of weight, and you know how they do it. They do it by hiring celebrity trainers and keeping them in high steroids and making them work out 5 hours a day. They are in adrenal high, and as soon as the program is finished and you've seen their before and after photo, they are given lots of money, and the TV people will tell them to shut up and not show their after body because most of them will regain all their fat. So people who lose weight will, like if you see me, I had lost weight and I gained back again, they will eventually gain the weight back. And intermittent fasting is the only way to recover. It's the best treatment or natural way to lose weight and stay off weight, stay on the wagon or in your weight loss journey, come back in track without the harsh reality of too much dieting and too much exercise. You don't need to do both. In intermittent fasting you will lose weight, don't need to work out like crazy, but you will. And I am the example. I've lost maybe now 4.5 kilos because I've not weighed myself, but I'm doing 14-hour fast and 10-hour eating window, and I'm going to post videos, and I'm going to continue helping everyone all over the world, because if I can do it, you can too.